Okay, guys, so I decided I was going to start like a video diary kind of thing of my life with an autoimmune disorder, chronic urticaria. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about what that means, and I get a lot of questions all the time. So I'm figuring I could make this and people could watch the videos and inform themselves about what my disease actually means and what causes it, what happens, what I have to go through, things like that. And also, I want to raise awareness. A lot of people have no idea what chronic urticaria is. I know Megan and I didn't know what it was when I first started breaking out. We honestly thought we had like a bug infestation or something, like it was really crazy. So, the name of my YouTube channel is Confessions of a Drama Queen. And while I am a drama queen and I over exaggerate almost everything, this is not an exaggeration at all. I wish it was, honestly. So, first off, we're going to talk a little bit about chronic urticaria, aka chronic hives. People see chronic urticaria and they're like, oh my gosh, what is that? It's hives. But there's a difference between regular hives and chronic hives. Hives are a skin reaction that cause red or white welts on the skin. They can be all over, they just don't sit in one spot. Chronic hives, the difference between that and regular hives is you would have to have them for 6 weeks or longer. In my case, let's see, I have had them for 10 months now, and it feels like 10 years sometimes, and then again, some days when I'm having a really good day, it feels like I haven't been going through it for that long. It's usually non life threatening. They're very uncomfortable and they interfere with sleep patterns and daily activities. So, I have insomnia really bad. And a lot of that is caused from the hives. And I'll break out at night really, really bad most times. And it's just impossible for me to sleep. Even taking Benadryl some nights, it's ridiculous, and there's no possible way I can sleep. It causes a lot of swelling around my eyes, especially on my eyelids. My eyes will puff out really big and like look like I got in a fight with Rocky Balboa or something. And my lips will swell like 3 times the size they're supposed to be. It'll look like I had a really bad plastic surgery, and they're very, very painful, especially when my lips swell. It feels like they're gonna bust open. They just really hurt. Things that make the hives worse, for instance, nighttime. The reason why they get worse at night is because your cortisone levels in your body drop at nighttime. So, my body doesn't have those cortisone levels to try to fight them off as much. Therefore, it causes more breakouts during nighttime. Heat make them worse. If I take a really hot shower or a really hot bath or I go out in the heat, they just start popping up like crazy. They're really uncomfortable, especially in the heat and if you're out in public, because I'm just like, I can't scratch everywhere I want to scratch because they're just everywhere. Anxiety and stress make them really, really bad. I have anxiety and panic attacks, and if I'm stressing over something, or if I just get really anxious all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, I'll be covered head to toe in hives. I try to stay calm. My grandmas ask me all the time, Chastity, when are you going to quit smoking? Or, Chastity, I'm thinking your smoking is causing the hives. No, Grandma. If I didn't smoke, my hives I would be just one big hive, honestly. Alcohol makes hives worse, which isn't even really a big problem for me because I don't drink a lot anyways. But if I just want to like let loose for a night and have a couple drinks, I'm just like, better not. It makes them worse. Tight clothing, which I don't really wear tight clothing in general because they are not a big girl's best friend. But when I would be working and have like some really tight socks on, my feet swell really bad. So socks are always tight. And wear my work shoes, I would come home and take them off, and I would have just a line of hives around from where my socks were. So I want to talk a little bit about what causes the chronic urticaria. Everybody thought in the beginning before I got diagnosed, see, I had them since November of last year, the week after I got married. Ironic, huh? Um, I didn't go to the doctor until March because I didn't have insurance, and doctors are super expensive. So that's when I finally saw an allergy specialist and got diagnosed. And they did a lot of blood work, and it came out to be I have an autoimmune disease. What that means is the antibodies are attacking the healthy cells in my body, releasing histamine, causing the hives everywhere. Um, Not much helps it. I'm on a ton of freaking medicine, which I hate because I mean I wouldn't even take Tylenol sometimes for my headaches because I just don't like taking medicine, and now I'm on like 6 prescriptions. It's just like what? So that's is what is causing it. Everybody's like, well, you should switch your detergent or switch your body wash, switch your deodorant. Maybe it's something in your house. What foods are you allergic to? Are you on any new medicine? We went through all of that trust. I went to the hospital like 3 times before I had insurance with these freaking things. Was on prednisone for forever, which is a steroid, which is good for short-term use, but if you're on a steroid for a long time, it could have really bad effects on your body. So I was just pretty much like, stop the steroids. I'm not taking them anymore. And plus, they make you like super hyper and like make you want to eat everything in the house, which obviously I don't need to do that. So the histamine gets released because the antibodies are attacking the cells, causing the hives. And another bad thing about that is since the antibodies are attacking the healthy cells in my body, they're not fighting off the bad stuff that normally would come into your body, something that would give you a virus, something that would give you a cold. So I have a suppressed immune system, especially when I was on the steroids. So I get sick a lot quicker. And it kind of sucks because, sickness is everywhere, like, especially if you're working in the public. Um, so then I got prescribed this new medication. It's called Plaquenil, and it's actually not FDA approved for hives right now, but it works really well on hives, so that's what they put me on. And it takes 10 to 12 weeks for it to start working, so sometime in like mid-October, I'm hoping it'll start working because right now it honestly feels like I'm taking nothing. And that is also an immune suppressant prescription. So on top of my suppressed immune system, because of the autoimmune disorder, I'm taking a medicine that is suppressing my immune system more, and my allergist has stated I had to be very careful around people that are sick or going out, and just making sure, sanitizing, hand sanitizing, being careful because a simple cold or a simple virus could be detrimental to my health. And whereas somebody would have to take a day or two off of work or, just feel really crappy for a few days, it could put me in the hospital because I have no immune system to fight it off, basically. So my body is attacking itself from the inside, so there's not an allergen causing the breakouts. I remember I had hives one time before when we found out I was allergic to penicillin. I was actually on amoxicillin for an infection when I was a lot younger. And I just had these horrible hives all over my body. And they would get worse when I would go into the sun. So figured out I was allergic to penicillin. That is, and it caused a reaction. So that is what we call an allergen. So there's no allergens. I'm not allergic to anything except for penicillin, and which I obviously don't take. Also, if somebody has chronic urticaria, since it is an autoimmune disorder, once you have one autoimmune disorder, it opens up a gate for more autoimmune disorders to happen, or have already having them causing the chronic urticaria. Um, Thyroid disease, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, celiac disease, diabetes. All of those are immune system disorders. Um, I've been tested for some of those. Some of those I'll be tested for here soon. I actually have a doctor's appointment in the morning with a new doctor. I'm hoping it's going to be my primary care physician because I don't have one of those. And we're going to be going through a lot of things and ruling out some stuff because I'm having a lot of new symptoms of an underlying disease or an underlying cause of something else. Um, symptoms that don't generally go with my chronic urticaria. So that's what's really happening there. So that's basically, in a 10-minute and 13-second nutshell of what's really happening, what's really going on. I get a lot of stares when I break out really bad. I get a lot of, oh my God, that looks like it hurts. Yeah, ugh, my eyes are swollen shut. I can't see you. Um, and it's not me being bitchy. It's, it gets redundant after like a year and people asking the same questions, which is one reason why I really wanted to make these videos to, reach out and raise awareness because like I said, we didn't even know what it was. We thought, we had bugs or I was allergic to something. I was like, oh my God, we have bugs. We're just going to have to burn down the whole house. Except not really. See, that's the drama queen in me. So basically, that is chronic urticaria and hoping to figure out what else is going on soon. Um, I'll be hopefully being tested for fibromyalgia soon, which that's really hard to catch and really hard to diagnose, and there's a lot of disorders out there that mimic the symptoms of that. So there's going to have to be a lot of ruling out of other things before that's a final diagnosis, which I hope it's not because that is just something horrible to live with on top of having chronic urticaria. So that's pretty much it for the like an introduction video. Um, if you have any questions, Facebook me, comment on my wall, drop them below the video. I can do like a question and answer type of video the next time. So I hope you learned a little bit about chronic urticaria and what it really is. And obviously, I'm having a pretty decent night tonight. I'm not really broken out, not on my face at least. I have some on my legs, but I'm not going to show y'all that. Because honestly, I don't think anybody wants to see that. So, have any questions, Facebook me, drop them below the video. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. If you just, have any curiosities about anything, just whatever. I don't mind answering any questions. That's the whole point of this. I want to reach out. I had to take medical leave from work a week ago, which was really hard for me because I really loved my job. And to all my work peeps, I really miss y'all a lot, and y'all should come and visit me because there's just not enough shenanigans in my life these days. I'm hoping to get the answers that I need, get on the medication I need to be on to be okay, and to get myself back to work because it's healthy for me to be out and be around other people and just living my life. I don't want to be stuck, not able to work because of a disease. I'm not going to let my disease define me. I'm only 22. I'll be 23 in like 19 days. So I have a lot of life left to live, and I'm ready to live it. So I'm ready to find answers and to get better because I have a lot to live for. So like I said, any questions, drop them below the video, inbox me, text me if you have my number, whatever, I'm not up to much these days. So thank you for listening. If you're going to watch the video, was really excited about making it. So hope everybody has a good night. This was video 1 of Confessions of a Drama Queen.